UK politics right now is an unmitigated disaster, and the rest of the world hasn't failed to notice. Let's start with this German report on the scenes that followed Wednesday's fracking debate. The correspondent relays the words reportedly said on Wednesday evening by the Deputy Chief Whip.
Woraufhin dann der stellvertretende Fraktionschef das Parlament mit den Worten verließ, "I'm fucking furious and I don't fucking care anymore."
International newspaper coverage has also been brutal. Spain's El País, led with the United Kingdom, plunges into chaos. And the article goes on to say, quote, "It is the Conservative Party alone that is responsible for the profound political, economic and international reputational crisis the UK is experiencing right now." This is France's Le Figaro newspaper. That headline reads, "United Kingdom, the crisis without end." And their editorial says this: "In the great British tradition of understatement, the word embarrassment constantly came up Thursday in the mouths of commentators across the channel. After 3 grueling years of Boris Johnson's frenzy, Liz Truss's 44 days in power resulted in a whirlwind of inconsistencies and reversals that surpassed anything the UK had ever known." Germany's Der Spiegel went with this: "The Bananas Island." That's the headline, and it goes on to say how the British are making themselves the laughingstock of Europe. But perhaps to my mind, this was the most brutal reaction to Truss's resignation of all.
Liz Truss, do the right thing. We do the right thing, Mr. President.
Who do the right thing?
Mr. Truss.
Well, that's for her to decide. But look, she was a good partner on Russia and Ukraine, and the British are going to solve the problem. But she was a good partner.
Are you concerned about the spillover effects of the U.S. economy, given the political and economic?
No, I don't think they're that consequential.
No, I don't think they're that consequential. Aaron, do you think that last answer by Joe Biden is actually kind of a good summary about how the rest of the world is viewing all of this? We're just not that consequential.
Totally, Michael. I find it also quite interesting because you got this with the monarchy stuff as well, right? There was this weird period of several weeks where the entire sort of British pundit class was livid that the New York Times would have the temerity to criticize Britain as if we were just another country. Reality is, Michael, I think by price purchasing parity, that's one way to measure the size of our economy. Britain is the 9th, 10th largest economy in the world. Look, we're a very affluent country, comparatively speaking, 65 million people, great history, decent sized military, but we import food. We import energy. We have net importer of food and energy. We don't really create big, powerful companies. We have flatlining life expectancy, relatively low innovation, stagnant wages. Things aren't really working out very well for us. So yeah, the rest of the world moves on. Important to say, Michael, of course, there's big political and economic crises right across Europe in particular. America's a different story. But yeah, this is not like the 1920s or the 30s. You know, Britain has left the gold standard. Oh my God, global story. We are a relatively small part of what goes on when it comes to the global economy. The countries of ASEAN, Vietnam, Thailand, you know, and probably like the Philippines, put them together by price purchasing parity, their GDP's as big as ours, much bigger actually. So I think people sort of need to leave this mental landscape of Britain. Britain is best. Nice place to live. I'm very happy I live here. You know, we can say things without fear of being arrested most of the time here on Tysky Sour. But yeah, in terms of a US president being worried about spillover effects from the UK economy, he's right to dismiss it.